Can you predict the future?
Kind of.
These guys think they can. We're going for two on BYU Sports Nation.
All right. We were tied up after last week.
I was making a comeback.
A whopping
At the
30% correct for both of us. 3 out of 10. So 3 wins, 7 losses. And I had to go the conservative route.
I gave you quite the hard time.
I went the conservative route per se in these predictions this week. But guess what? Sometimes you have to win conservatively.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, Johnny Linehan's going to punt at least 2 times. I'm just kidding.
You might not have won last week.
Well, he punted twice.
Oh, he did.
There's always
twice.
2 punts. Come on.
Number 1, I said BYU as a team will rush for 150 or more yards. BYU ran for 260. With about 7 minutes left in the game, they were right at 150.
Yeah, so you had it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool.
You
And
blew
then,
that one out of the water.
Then Jamal breaks off that long run late, and that pads the stat. So BYU does that. And here's the thing. How many yards had Michigan State been giving up before they played BYU?
105.5,
Yeah,
Spencer.
105 rushing yards to every team they had played, including Notre Dame and Indiana, 2 other P5s.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were a good defense. BYU crushed that. I was right.
I was like fantasy football, by the way, because I was like, yes, I want BYU to do this. But no, Spence is going to get us going for 2. Like, no, yes.
The emotions.
Nope.
The emotions of that are very real in our day and age. Number 2, I said BYU will hold Michigan State to 20 points or less. 2 for 2.
No, I thought that was pretty bold, right? They had struggled on offense.
They're at their home field.
They averaged 22.8, so it wasn't that crazy, but I was like, man, that's the one that mattered the most. That's the one that mattered the most, just holding them down.
They're on their home field, frustrated, coming off of an overtime loss to Indiana and getting blown out by a very good Wisconsin team, but they put up a ton of points against Notre Dame. So BYU to hold Michigan State
stinks.
in their own stadium, but in their own stadium to hold them under 20.
That was impressive.
Absolutely. They scored 14 points.
So you got both, which is pretty good, man. Which is pretty good. I'm going to have to go that route this week. My first pick, BYU will lead at halftime. Hey! If Algernon Brown isn't the guy to run twice, why isn't Jamal Williams getting the ball? BYU would have led 10-7. Come on, Ty!
Hey, you sound like me after the Arizona game.
I know. Cotton Eye Joe, let's go. Number 2, Michigan State won't have a 100-plus yard individual rusher. Yeah, nailed it. Gerald Holmes led Michigan State with 57. He had all 57 in the first half. So I thought, if that keeps going, but the BYU defense shut him down. So I went 1 for 2. So on the season, Spencer 5 for 7. 5 and 7. I am 4 and 8. So I am now down 1 on the season.
I got to get back
the midway
to 500.
point. At the midway point.
If I have a perfect week against Mississippi State, I'm 500, baby. Let's go.
Listen,
now,
some of us are shooting 3s, and you're shooting 15-footers.
Somebody brought up a good point. I can't remember the Twitter account that said it. On Saturday night or on Friday when you guys were giving me a hard time about my conservative going for 2 picks, said, look, he's going for 2. The rest of you are all throwing Hail Marys. Spencer's actually going for 2.
So we're going to keep it that simple now?
I don't know.
Come on, man. We
How-
challenge ourselves. The world is our campus.
20 or less in their own place? You're telling me that wasn't bold enough?
They had scored 27 the previous 2 games. So, no, they were stinking already.
Oh, my goodness. They played Wisconsin. Okay? That was a good team.
And Indiana.
A top 10 team that
Indiana football. I didn't even know they had football until last week.
Hey, they scored 20 or more on the road, didn't they? They were coming home. And BYU held them under 20.
I thought we were going 5th gear in this. I'm going to gear down to 3rd on Friday.